Hello and welcome to Sport Tonight. I'm Cecilia Mogbe, right here from Lagos studio. Austin will join me in a moment, but this is what the show looks like tonight. Yes, we'll be talking about Little League Baseball. Yes, a team from Nigeria. We have 4 teams that have qualified for the World Series in Czech Republic and Netherlands. Of course, 4 teams from Nigeria will be going for that tournament. But hey, they are appealing for funds, so they will be on the show tonight. And of course, the National Sports Festival, yes, it's almost time, is in May. And the governor of the host city, the Gateway State, talking about Ogun State, he says everything is almost ready. So 98% ready. And in May, they will be ready to host one of the best national sport festival we've ever seen. It's the 22nd edition, remember? And of course, the Niger Delta Sport Festival finally kicked off last night, and it was all fun and, well, all fun and glamorous because of the numbers of cultural troops that actually graced the occasion. When you talk about Niger Delta, you know what we are talking about, simply because, yes, when it comes to culture, when it comes to sport, they are everything you think about. Yes, you will definitely see it in the Niger Delta. So they had all, it was all glamour, glitz and glamour last night for the Niger Delta Sports Festival. It's all started, of course, games will be going on. We'll give you updates of what it's like on day 2 of the games being held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. And also, we'll touch down on the game that is going on in the English Premier League. Chelsea and Tottenham are in action tonight. We'll be bringing you updates on the show tonight. Yes, the NWFL match day 10 goes. 2 away wins. Remo Stars going away to win away from home, getting away from home. And also you have FC Robo also getting a win from home. And Benue Queens, finally, after 10 matches, they got their first point of the season. We will be talking about them on the show tonight. Edo Queens, Rivers Angels, and of course, Bayeso Queens are still unbeaten in the season. That will also get our attention. Of course, we'll touch down on the Federation Cup. We have the round of 32 for the women, of course, the round of 16 fixtures already. And one big cracker everyone will be looking forward to is Rangers and Benin Insurance. Yes, they are clashing at this early stage in the President Federation Cup. These and many more on the show tonight. But Austin, you ready to join me tonight?
Celia, let's go. Sporty greetings to you and, of course, everyone joining us on the show tonight. Just listening to you, I can tell that it's still an action-packed world of sports. Right here in England, the Premier League. It's a London derby. Chelsea taking on Tottenham Hotspur. That game already half-time. It's being played at Stamford Bridge, and it's goalless. Can Chelsea come back and put some fire into that game? Cecilia, I'll be monitoring it, and I'll give you and the viewers updates on the show tonight.
Yes, because before we do all that, we'll be starting up with the Little League Baseball right here in the studio. I've got one man who told me behind the scene that he's the only person actually answering his name. So you're going to tell me your name and tell everyone you are the only one answering that name. Okay. It's great to have you on the show tonight. Welcome to the show.
Good to have you too.
Adekalu.
Good evening, viewers. I am Adekalu Kushimo. First of his name.
First of his name.
Yes.
I need to find out if that's the fact. He happens to be the academy head of academy head coach, okay, of Adekalu Bulls baseball team. Okay, that's a mouthful. All right, I mean, you guys are, it's not just, I think we have someone else that is also joining us on the show. But before we introduce him to join us, the chairman of the Adekalu Bulls, I mean, you've been talking about, I mean, it's everywhere that you guys qualified for the championship, the World Series. 2 teams from your side,
yes,
and you have 2 other teams, one in Oyo, one in Osun State. But you're based in Lagos, so you have an opportunity to actually, breeze through the media houses and tell everyone what you guys are up to. So tell me, how did you guys qualify for this championship, and what's it like, trying to, get into the World Series in baseball?
Yeah, okay. Actually, we played series of competition right here in Lagos, and we moved to the other districts in Oyo State, which was last year, December, to get our ticket to travel down to Europe. And we won the competition in the under 14 category, which is the junior boys, and also in the senior girls category, which is under 16. So the junior boys are going to Netherlands, while the senior girls are going to Czech Republic. So the other two teams that won were Divine Warriors from Oyo State for the senior boys under 16 and Ara Angels of Osun. They are from Osun State.
Interesting. You know, there's the under 12 categories, the under 14, the under 15, and under 16.
Yes, exactly.
And Adekalu has how many teams?
Adekalu has two teams, boys and girls respectively. We have the boys for under 14, junior boys, and the girls for under 16, senior girls. And
of the 4 teams, we have just one for the girls.
Yeah, one for the girls. Then we have under 12 for the boys, which is our team from Osun State.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, baseball is a sport that's actually growing in Nigeria. You know, we've had, I think it was on Channel Sports on Sunday, where we have a team that actually went to the USA. They were one of the best teams in school, you know, representing the country. But then, looking at that, I mean, the championship, the African Championship qualifiers that, you know, allow you guys to qualify for this Little League tournament in Europe was done in Nigeria.
So in Nigeria.
Nigeria, and of course, you have other African countries actually coming in. That was in December.
Yes.
So why are you guys waiting till now? This is April, right? And the tournament is in June.
In June, July.
In June, July.
Yes, sir.
So you're waiting till now to like seeking for support. Why are you waiting for so long?
No, not that we've been waiting for so long.
Yeah.
We've actually been doing our homework on the ground.
Okay.
And we've been going all around and seeing how we can promote this. Or we just had that chance right now to come into Channels TV in order to say it out and let the whole world there know that actually we are on ground and we'll be helping these kids to get whatever it is that is needed on the field of play. Well, that could not be done alone because last year we also qualified, but we could not go based on funds that were not on ground. So this time around, we want to see what we can do in order to actualize this and make this a dream come true for those kids.
Yeah. Okay, I think Austin will have to come in here and bring in the other guest that is joining us from Canada. Austin?
Yeah, shout out to Adekalu and everything he has talked about. It's interesting to hear about, you know, sports that we don't get to talk about so much, you know, give us reasons to talk about them. So let's go all the way to, they call it Toronto in Canada. At the chairman Adekalu Bulls Baseball Academy, Adekunle joins us on the show. Good evening, Deji. Welcome to Sports Tonight.
Thank you very much, Austin. Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. So tell me, how challenging is it to put together an academy, not for football, not basketball, not volleyball, not track and field, but baseball and softball? Tell me about the motivation.
Well, I would say the motivation is more around the love for the game, right? So I played baseball while I was in high school in Nigeria. I was one of the first that started playing baseball, and I represented Nigeria in Canada back in 1991.
Yes.
Okay, and thereafter I've been, you know, representing Nigeria. I was representing Nigeria in other African countries. So we came to Canada in 91 and also to the United States, sponsored then by MKO Abiola of blessed memories. And of course, we, you know, that since then I've been playing the game. And now that I am kind of like retired from active playing, I just thought that it would be nice to give back to the community. So that's where all this came from.
It sounds good. Sounds so good. And with what you've talked about, you played baseball and softball in high school, and then you got the kind of support you got at the time. What happened? Why is such a sport now struggling in a country like Nigeria that is blessed with rich human and natural resources? How can we change the story?
Well, that's the thing, right? We are actually blessed with a lot of rich, you know, resources, and that's why we decided, you know, to reach out to people, and that's what got us here, right? We have talents, and we all do this, right? In athletics, in basketball. Look at what happened in the last basketball, the Olympics, right? Look at what we did there, right? So we are just here to ensure that we continue to propagate the game of baseball. A lot of people don't know this is a game that is a multi-million-dollar game all over the world, right? Especially in North America, right? I'm in Toronto, and Blue Jays, in fact, they have a game today. I've been watching them. They spend so much money, and we have the talents. Even the countries like Ghana, you know, Uganda, that we took the game to, they are getting out there, even getting out there more than we are doing right now. So that's why we said, hey, guys, we need to come back and we need to ensure that we lift this game to a point whereby we can export a lot of our players out to Europe, out to America, as the case may be.
What is the one thing that you guys need in terms of your own side and then Nigeria as a country? What's the one thing that we need to get baseball and softball going?
Well, I think one, it started with this publicity, very important. And secondly, it's a game that requires a lot of funding. We in Nigeria, we all, a lot of us play soccer, right? However, baseball equipment are nothing that you can get from anywhere in Nigeria. Most, if not all our equipments, they're brought in from outside of Nigeria. So definitely, we definitely need that support for both from the public and individuals who can help us out in this area.
Cecilia.
Interesting. I mean, let me quickly ask you this one. There's an academy in Uganda. And can't we have one in Nigeria? Because I know basketball also, they've got one. NBA academy is in Senegal. And we've been talking about how do we actually harness the so many talents that we have and resources that we have, pull it together and invite these people to also have one here in Nigeria.
Yeah, actually, I mean, this is just one. There are so many other academies, right? So we're kind of like bringing together, and we have a new leadership. So I'm sure very soon you'll be hearing so much about baseball and softball in Nigeria.
Okay, is the US that is going to establish that one, or because that's different from what I'm trying to talk about? So if you're having the US who kind of, how do I put it now? They started the game, right? I mean, they have so much resources, they put so much money into it, and having something like that in Uganda, you're saying we're going to be having that in Nigeria soon? That's
the plan. That's the plan. We have a new leadership in place,
okay,
and we are definitely, and when I say we, me and some other people on the team, you know, we're working very closely with them to ensure that we get to that point.
Is there a time frame for this?
Well, time frame, it has, because of course it depends on a lot of things, right? So I can't say, oh, okay, over the next 5 years, but as much as possible, we want to ensure that we're able to develop players. We have players who have been training all this while. So I'm sure that the plan is to even get players to the Olympics, right? However, at this level, we have different players, you know, playing the under 12, under 14, who needs to be developed to get to that point. So definitely it's a work in progress.
Interesting.
Nice.
Okay. Let me quickly come to you here before we let you guys go. I mean, we still have Adekalu in the studio. I mean, I've listened to all the things they said, you know, running academy is not something that is easy. But these kids, I mean, what are the plans for them in the future? And how well are you sure that you guys are going to get the funds that you need? And also, have you talked with the National Sports Commission, because they are in charge of, you know, sports in Nigeria?
Yes, actually, all those have been on ground. We've been working towards that. And as much as it is, what we're looking at is not just going there to play. Because while we play, like he said, it started in 91. I started in the mid-90s. I played also in high school and also other national competition. So the thing that we lacked or we missed out, we didn't want that to happen to the kids. So there are a lot of sponsorship program for them there. There are a lot of scholarship program. So while they go out there to get exposed and do whatever it is that is needed for their talent to be seen, it gives them room to be selected into schools. And this is what we are doing. We are also merging their education with sport, not just sport alone, so that if they end up not doing that, they can have something to fall back to. So without their good grades, they will not be selected. So we'll make sure that also is put in place. So we're not just doing sports with them. We're making sure, managing their education life also.
That's interesting. I hope you guys can get all the support that you need, especially with National Sports Commission. Yes, I know everything is all about trying to, you know, grow the game of sports, make it a bigger, you know, thing in Nigeria, where you can actually also have funds, you know, for every other sport you can think of. Well, Adekalu, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And also, Austin, Adekalu is still there.
I think it's a good one, but let's just get Adekalu. Let's just get Deji Adekalu to just wrap this up for us, in terms of this qualification for the international tournaments? What are your expectations in a minute?
So in a minute, currently the team is based in Lagos. They're training. I'm here with some other people on ground in Lagos. So we're just trying to ensure that we're able to raise the funds for the team and, of course, kit them as required. We had a lady, Yolanda, who joined, a Canadian, who was with the team about 2 weeks ago, coming to prep them as well. So there's so many things happening right there in Lagos. So at this point in time, we're just reaching out to as many people as we can to, support us on this journey.
I must say thank you so much for your time on this.
Thank you very much for having us.
I'm motivated. You guys keep doing what you're doing. The media, we're here to support. And all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much.